This is grade 5, module 6, lesson 16, and the objective in this lesson is to construct perpendicular line segments and analyze relationships of the coordinate pair. So we're going to be looking at homework problem number 1, and it starts out by saying use the coordinate plane below to complete the following task. So part A for number 1 says to draw line segment PQ, so we can do that. Okay, and then part B says plot point R at 7, 7. Okay. All right, so there's point R. And we're going to draw a line segment PR. And part D says explain how you know angle PQR is right angle without measuring it. Okay, so let's just, so PQR, let me put that angle in for you. Okay, so PQR would be right here. And how do we know that this is a right angle without measuring it? So let me go ahead and do some triangles on here just to show you. So the triangle I drew in yellow, if you notice, I'm going from point B, I'm going down 1 unit and I'm going over 4 units. So I'm going to take that same triangle and I'm going to just slide and rotate it so that the triangle will be from point Q over 1 unit and up 4 units. So it's the same measurement. This is the right angle here. So if you notice, I have some more angles here. So I just wanted to use a different color. This angle right here and this angle right here are congruent, and I have, let me just use red, this angle right here and this angle right here is congruent. Now we know that a triangle has 180 degrees, so 180 degrees. So if you notice that this angle right here is a right angle, that means the red and the green and the red angle have to equal 90 degrees as well. So I have 90 degrees here, and the red and the green have to be equal to 90 degrees. So if you notice, this angle right here is red and this one is green, so that's 90 degrees. So angle PQR must be 90 degrees. So I'm going to write that up for you. I just wanted to show you the visual that we showed the students in class, how they knew that this was a right angle, and now I'll write it out for you. Okay, so it was a little lengthy, but it says angle PQR is a right angle because I can draw the triangle that has PQ as its long side, and like I showed you before, that's this one right here where PQ is the long side. The length is 4. Oh, and the height is not 2, it's actually 1. So the height is 1. When I slid the triangle, so we're taking this triangle right here and we slid it to the right and rotated it, I know the acute angles form a 90 degree angle. So that's how we know it's right there. Okay? So we had to slide it and then rotate it to get that. Now part E says compare the coordinates of points P and Q and what is the difference of the x coordinates. So let's just take a look at that. Let's look at P and Q. So coordinates for P is 2, 4, and the coordinates for Q is 6, 3. So if we're taking the two, it says what is the difference of the x coordinates? Well, let's see, the difference would be Q would be a difference of 4. And the difference between the y coordinates is 3 is a negative 1. Oops, negative 1. Which you notice is our change. So for the y, I was at P, it was you went down 1, and then you went over 4. So that was the change to get to Q. Okay, so we're going to take a look at question number 3 as well. And it says line ST contains the following points, and S is 2, 3, and T is 9, 6. Give the coordinates of a pair of points UV such that line ST is perpendicular to line UV. Okay, and I have some graph paper, so I'm actually going to graph some of these points, and we'll do this very similarly to how we did number 1. So let's go ahead and plot our points. Our point for S is 2, 3, so we can put that right on the graph. And point T is 9, 6. Okay, so I'm just going to create line ST by connecting those 2 points. And now we're going to find a pair of points on the perpendicular line UV. So we're going to draw a line perpendicular to ST. When I went ahead and found the difference between the x coordinates and the y coordinates, the difference in x was 7 and the difference in y was 3. So I drew out my triangle model here, but since my graph paper is smaller than the one your student might have, I'm actually going to draw a smaller triangle, and I'm going to do that here in yellow. So instead of the y coordinates of the change 3, I'm going to actually have 1.5. And instead of 7, I have 3.5. Okay, so I'm going to use the yellow triangle instead of the red. Okay, so I slid and rotated my triangle, so we're going to draw the hypotenuse for the longest side. So the 2 points that we can identify here, let me mark it in red, this point right here. So that would be 5.5. So let's name that U. You can have that one be 5.5 and 4.5. And then the other one, it's a little bit off the grid, but it would be up at the top here, and that would be V. And the coordinates for that would be 4, 8.